A little bit more. There we go. And then we'll go from there. There's no case for it either, just the stand. So we'll put it on the stand and we'll set it down here. Oh, I got to turn it off first. Okay, turning it off, pretty easy. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's the Rocat. Next up, let's go with the AC router. So we'll get this out of the way. We'll get these out of the way. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We will. I'll try and answer them as best as possible. Let's get to the next thing right here. Now, that was the Rocat, and of course, like I said, I'm showing you some videos that you can easily get on your Amazon Prime that will, you can test that out as well. So, all right, let's go to the router here. And we'll switch that up. There we go. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we are. We have this. It's from Rockspace. It's the AC 2100 router. It is a dual Wi-Fi router. We've got the, let's pull that up here. Right there we are. All right, so it's the AC 2100 dual band smart Wi-Fi router, speeds of over 2 gigabits per second, support MU-MIMO, beamforming wireless router with WAN port and 4 gigabit LAN ports on the back, a USB port on the side, so you can probably attach something like a hard drive or something like that. What's interesting about this is the top of this has kind of a brick vibe. I don't want to say the brand name because I don't know if this is technically licensed by them, or if it's got that same design, but it looks like you can kind of put some stacks on top if you want to. That's your decision right there, but looks pretty interesting. Does dual bands, one SSID, so you basically if you have a 2.4 gigahertz system, you have a 5 gigahertz system, you can use the same SSID. So let's just say the SSID is Rockspace. Before it had to be Rockspace 2.4 and Rockspace 5. You've probably seen that or probably have that. This allows you to put them together. So it's just Rockspace as the SSID or whatever your SSID is. And then it'll just figure out, okay, this is a 2.4 gigahertz device. This works better in 5 gigahertz out of the two. So yeah, we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and go to the overhead cam. And I think my overhead cam needs to be reset here. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Is that all it goes? Okay. There we go. All right, perfect. So here we are. Let's bring that into play. And yeah, we have a little bit of light issues because of the film, but that's okay. We'll get that fixed. We also have this view right here, which is acting a little bit funny. Hold on a second. Yeah, why is that skipping? Huh. Well, we'll have to work on that one. Let's go back to this one then. All right, let's go ahead and unbox this router right here. So get my handy dandy little opening tool. And we'll get it right there. We'll be able to pull the cellophane off that way. Put that out of the way. There we go. Let's go ahead and take that all off right there. There we are. Awesome. And we'll throw that away. Now, it does say, like I said, it says 2033 megabits per second network with one SSID. It's a 1,733 megabits per second on the 5 gigahertz and 300 megabits per second on the 2.4 gigahertz, totaling up to that. So however you use it, that is how it is. Let's see anything else here. It's the Model S RSD0614. And interface, like I said, the WAN port, the 4 LAN ports, and then the 1 USB 2.0 port. And it's about it's got a good wireless coverage from the looks of it. So let's set that over here. What do we got inside? We've got the dual band gigabit Wi-Fi router quick installation guide, and we'll open that up. And I'll probably tell you, hey, go to Wi-Fi, go to these settings, and do that. So we'll set that to the side. We've got the power wart, and let's see how this works. Okay. One thing I'm not a big fan of is the warts where the wart is on the plug. I like to have a little bit of separation on there. But the cool thing is this looks like a universal plug. So if I pop this off, if I was in Europe, I'd probably have a European plug and, different types of plugs. So let's see, it says unlock lock. So I push and unlock. Yeah, there you go. So you can pop in different adapters if you are in a different country. And yeah, I accidentally happened to get this type of plug here. So, but it looks like a standard, what's the word I'm looking for? It looks like a standard Canon type plug there. So before we do that, this is what I always like to do. And a little tip that I have for you guys, and that is get yourself a little silver Sharpie. And these things are awesome because what I do with them is I will actually write on the side of the wart and say what this is. So I'll say rock space. AC 2100. And I could do it on both sides as well. But the thing about these plugs is they don't normally say where they come from. And with that, it doesn't. You might, if you ever lose this plug, just reorganizing the house or something like that, then you don't know where this came from. Then this gets thrown into a junk drawer, and then you're looking at the router where that came from. Where's the plug for it? And then you go to send it off to Goodwill or something like that, and then you just don't have this anymore. So having that written down in Sharpie, that's just an amazing little tip I have for you guys for that. Whenever you get new devices and you got these types of plugs, get yourself a silver Sharpie, or bronze works really well too. And then write down on the wart so you know exactly where it is. All right, let's move on from here. Next up is the router. Underneath the router, before we do, looks like we got a little Cat 5e cable. Looks like a flat cable. I don't normally use these because I want to be a little bit more trusting in the cable. And I don't see anything else in that recyclable packaging, so we will put that in the recycle area. Let's go ahead and get this all figured out. There's the router. Throw that down here. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 antennae. A little bit of cellophane. We're going to remove that. All right, so here's the router right here. What we've got, the 4 antenna. Those antenna don't look to be removable, but this does fold down pretty nice. So if you do use it in travel or anything like that, you don't have those antennas flying around everywhere. On the back, let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have the main WAN port, which is in blue. It's really interesting because most routers that I've seen, usually these are either a darker color like a blue, and then this one is usually the yellow plug, but in this case, this is actually the opposite. I don't know what that doesn't mean anything, but it's just interesting to note. So we have all 4 of these are supposed to be 1 gigabit each. So you get 1 gigabit cards in your laptops or anything like that. If you have to plug anything in the back, we have a USB port right there. It's supposed to be a USB 2.0 port, but you can plug in your drives and things like that, and you could probably create some sort of storage zone for movies or pictures or anything. We got a reset button, but this is also the WPS button. So my guess is if you press it once, it'll send out the signal for the Wi-Fi SSID and the password. And if you hold it down for a longer period of time, it'll probably reset it. Got the power right here. So let's take a look at the underside. At the underside, we have this basically is a QR code. Scan the QR code to connect. And then we've got the MAC address, we got the SSID, and they do have a PIN number here, so that will for easy connection. We've got a couple hooks here, so you can then place it onto a wall if you want to. And then once again, we're gonna lift this up, and I'm gonna go get a brick or two. I'm gonna see if the bricks work. Hold on a second. I just need one brick or two. Let's get. No, that's not who I'm thinking of. Where are you? There you are. Okay, coming back. So we got Harry Potter here. There we go. From a previous build day. And we'll just place them right here. No, what do you know? It fits. It fits. If it fits, it sticks. There's Harry Potter right there. So you can really dress up your rack space, excuse me. Or no, it is rock space, excuse me. You can dress up your rock space with different characters. Like I have some, Harry Potter, I have some Star Wars characters, I have some other characters. And yeah, pretty much. Now, for some of you